Ahead on Wake Up, a local district meets about changes on campus safety, what people say needs to be done in the wake of a deadly stabbing at a school.
Plus, a car drives a cliff in California, where that incident happened and what witnesses saw.
And another cool couple of days headed into the weekend. I'll have your full forecast.
And all civilian crew takes a rocket ride into orbit. The historical launch and what it means for space tourism.
This is Wake Up on KION News Channel 546 at 5.
Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, September 16th. Thanks for joining us here on Wake Up. I'm Max Tarleton.
And I'm Tara Mitchell. Before we do get to our top story this morning, let's go ahead and bring in Weather Authority forecaster Courtney Aiken for our first look at weather. Good morning, everyone.
Hey, good morning. What day is today? Friday Eve.
There you go. Friday Eve. Almost to the weekend.
Just had to play with you guys today. Courtney, how are things looking out there today?
Really not too bad. We actually have a super thick marine layer out there, about 2,000 feet. So that has actually dissipated fog quite a bit. Visibility out there is pretty good. Feels a little bit misty, but nothing too bad. Cooling continues today into tomorrow, so cooler end of the week. And we might even have some precipitation in the works for Sunday. Not quite sure if we'll see any just yet, but highs today a little bit cooler than yesterday. South County down a few degrees for those hot spots, 92 today rather than 95 yesterday. Santa Cruz Mountains in the 70s today, so cooler there, and coast all in the 60s. So a really nice mild day. It'll be the coolest day this far into the week and a cool end of the week in general. I'll have more details in just a bit.
Thank you, Courtney. 5:01 on to our top story this morning. A local community is reevaluating their decision to remove school resource officers. This is in the wake of a deadly stabbing that happened at Aptos High School last month. Well, the school district met to discuss the return of officers on campus and other safety measures. Our very own Erica Brattin was at the meeting and has more.
Taryn, last night there was a mix of emotions and a bit of controversy as people shared their thoughts on reintroducing school resource officers.
We want it not only for our kids, but for our amazing teachers. They too are at risk.
But this is a band-aid approach to a complicated issue. We can do better.
Parents, district teachers, school alumni, and community members streamed into the auditorium to have their voices be heard, many divided when it came to those for the SRO program.
I just feel that they have much more information and they have access to all that schools do not have access to. And I feel that ever since they have been there on PVUSD grounds, this incident has never happened. We have never had a death at a school.
And I think that the children saw this as an opportunity to get away with something that in the past they never would have tried doing on a school campus.
Despite the recent deadly stabbing, there are some against placing law enforcement on campus.
We're here in support of more services for our students to ensure that, the violent crimes that are happening are addressed in a more longer term, by providing more services, more counselors, more mentors, more activities for them to stay active. It prevents those type of things in the longer term.
Before taking public's comments, the Pajaro Valley Unified School District Board presented a PowerPoint sharing different studies and data to show the pros and cons of having school resource officers. Other safety measures proposed included mental and emotional health resources, security cameras, and improved cell service for Aptos High School. Everyone agrees another tragedy like the stabbing of a student at a school needs to be prevented. Reporting for Wake Up, Erica Brattin, KION News Channel 546.
Well, it appears Governor Gavin Newsom will remain in office after the recall election. That's a win for Democrats in the state legislature, but with the victory comes new concern. Democrats at the state capitol want to make changes to the recall system. They want to make it more difficult to challenge a sitting governor. Possible changes include increasing the number of signatures needed to force a recall election and requiring wrongdoing of the office holder. The possible changes are being pushed back by those who wanted the recall in the first place.
Well, here on the Central Coast, the Santa Cruz County Democratic Party is also shifting their focus to the next steps and taking a look at what worked and what didn't. Most see the recall as proof Governor Gavin Newsom's policies and programs are working. This includes vaccination, health access, housing expansion, and climate change. However, the Monterey County Republican Party states the Democratic Party has failed.
We are proud of Larry Elder. He spoke well, and he brought through many of the problems California faced with a Republican perspective, and we're hopeful the Democrat Party and the voters of California will realize our ideas are worth listening to.
While the Monterey County Republican Party will attend a convention next week in San Diego. They hope to let every Californian know what their party stands for, and they look forward to the next election.
It's 5:05, time for your weather on the fives on this Thursday morning. Let's get a check. Courtney Aiken over in the Weather Center. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Happy almost Friday. Temperatures outside right now, mid to low 50s in most places. Today's going to be the coolest day of the week so far. And then going into the weekend, things will warm up by a couple degrees, but by no means a heat wave. Just a little bit warmer than today, a little bit seasonably cool for today. Nothing record cool, but a little bit cooler than usual. Visibility out there right now, pretty good. So 10 miles in most places across the board. You can see some fog kind of filling out the area. We do have a marine layer of about 2,000 feet this morning, so pretty deep, which has kind of limited our chances for fog since we have clouds throughout the area and nothing really compressed. So that makes things a little bit misty, but visibility should remain pretty good into the latter part of the morning. So here we go in Watsonville, 10 miles. Hollister could see some patchy fog later this morning, but that shouldn't take your visibility too far away from the neighborhood of about 8 to 10 miles as you get on the road for your commute. And drizzle, not really the biggest possibility this morning, but we could see some tomorrow. Back to you.
Well, it's 5:06 and one person is dead after a car drove off a cliff in Half Moon Bay on Highway 1. Witnesses say they saw the car go over the cliff at Devil's Slide south of the Tom Lantos Tunnel around 2 in the afternoon yesterday. Right now, CHP is handling the investigation. It's not known if anyone else was in the car at the time.
And the Santa Cruz County Sheriff's Office is trying to ensure the safety of people who are incarcerated and staff at correction facilities. While these two corrections units will temporarily close their doors, that is because of staffing issues. The S unit in the Roundtree facility in Watsonville and the Blaine Street Women's Facility will be closed for 6 to 12 months. People currently there will be moved to other facilities. One main reason for the staffing shortage is the pandemic. And like many businesses, COVID-19 led to a hiring freeze and budget cuts. The temporary closures will also help reduce the mandatory overtime staff have been working.
This is a temporary change, but something that we felt is necessary to make right now to best serve everyone, to keep our correction staff safe, to keep the people that are in custody safe. This was a decision that was made for everyone's safety.
With 117 deputies currently staffed, they say they have enough to fill the needed positions.
To the latest on the coronavirus now, the U.S. has passed a grim milestone. 1 in 500 Americans have died from COVID-19. That's more than 663,000 people. Health experts say vaccinations have been highly effective at preventing COVID deaths. A key FDA panel will look at possible booster recommendations tomorrow. Tina Kraus has the details.
The COVID-19 vaccines got a holy endorsement on Wednesday. Pope Francis told reporters that humanity has a history of friendship with vaccines and urged everyone to get their shots. In the U.S., a key meeting for possible booster shots happens tomorrow. The FDA released new documents from Pfizer ahead of an advisory panel's meeting, claiming that protection from its vaccine loses some effectiveness after 6 months, but improves to 95% after a third dose. FDA staff noted in a separate document that they've yet to verify some data that would support a booster, saying the current vaccines still afford protection against severe COVID-19 disease and death
This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
President Biden met with executives from Microsoft, Disney, and others to urge companies to mandate vaccines for their employees.
Vaccination is key to getting the pandemic under control and keeping the economy strong.
Just 63% of the eligible population is fully vaccinated. In Los Angeles County, a new health order is being issued that will require proof of vaccination or a negative test for large outdoor events like Dodgers games. Proof of vaccination will be needed to go inside bars and other drinking establishments. Bar Calo has been doing it for weeks.
Everybody's been really cool about it. They want to get it back to normal.
People will need one shot by October 7th and be fully vaccinated by November 4th. Tina Kraus, CBS News.
5:09, here's a reminder for people due to get their second dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. There will be a free clinic for the second shot of Pfizer. It will be at Seaside High School on Monday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. The City of Seaside Fire Department, City of Monterey Fire Department, and MPUSD will host that event.
All right, it's 5:10 coming up for us on Wake Up This Morning. A community is expressing outrage, what they're calling for after a campus officer body slams a student.
And students miss their deadline to be vaccinated. The consequences their college is enforcing.
And veterans are being honored in Salinas, how people can be featured for their service.
Plus, we'll take a closer look at the chance of rain headed our way this weekend. 5:10 now. We'll have more details after this.